Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors, archangels, legions of light. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for the tribe. Thank you for showing me what I need to see and telling me what I need to know. Also, the tribe can live, learn, thrive, and grow. As above, so below, and so it is because it is so. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you've been here before, welcome back, tribe. If you're new, what's up? Welcome in. Glad you're here. So let's cast some runes and just get a feel for what it is. The ancestors love the runes, right? They just do. They're just like, you gotta keep it simple sometimes. And they get a lot in these runes too. Oh, we have 4 today. Okay. Okay, and Zeus. Okay, right? God. Divine interaction. Ancestors and fire. So Kalanas, Anzus, Gibbo, and Othila. I mean, wow. Somebody said, if you know, you know. And when you know, you know. When you know, you know. I grew up, so as a young girl, my family was Pentecostal, and we went from Pentecostal to non-denominational. There is a difference, okay? But I just remember it being like, in the Pentecostal days, how do they put it? Gosh, it was something about the fire, like something about, I don't know. They would talk about something about like the fire of God, like lighting you up or something. Anyway, I don't know. It's like this is so far back, you guys. I probably was like 4 years old for real. But there's something about that. There's some. See how that's like the closest thing I. It is like that though. It's like the fire of God raining down from heaven. It's like that, right? It does feel like it is a judgment. It is a judgment, but I'm not saying it's good or bad because I can't say that, right? I don't, that's not my place to say. What I can say is this in particular is something that descends. This Kalanas for fire is also knowledge, right? So this could be a divine download, right? And it could be, like a, yeah. I don't know. Let's get a theme for the major arcana. Let's dig deeper. The bottom line is that the divine is all in it. Interesting. Okay. So fear, ego, something that's constraining, something that is not real, but it appears real. That's what the devil is. That's what the devil is. Something that appears real, but it really isn't. Okay, so now with the runes, it's like, you know what? It's a look, God, the ancestors interacting. There's fire, there's knowledge. It's almost 3:33 on the timer. Like knowing something, knowing assurance, potential, and fortune. What? Listen. What did I say? It's like, what was I going to say? It's like knowing something. Knowing something. Assurance, potential, fortune. With the devil out here. This is interesting. With the numbers 9, 10, and 28, bringing us the number 10 again in another way. Damn. This is almost like, it's almost 9, 10. Potential, assurance, fortune. So there's this, it's like you gotta know. So maybe there's somebody trying to maybe there's somebody trying to mess with you. Well, they're about to find out. Okay, let me get one of these. I say one, but it's hard. How very interesting. Three. Ooh, okay. This might be an expose. What? Okay. Okay, see, I had been feeling that energy. Hold on. Let me get a goddess out here. What are we doing now? Something is happening. Yeah, the is. Ooh, my whole heart just went. Let me tell you, this is some type of judgment now. This is some type of, and it's like, damn, it's like, I don't know. It's, I don't know now. I got moonlight upside down on one side. I got the sun on the other, but they're both number 51. Do you understand what I'm saying? In the middle, I got movement 28. That's the second 28 out here. Movement 28 matches up with Lakshmi 28. And then I got Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences for number 20. Let's just say something is happening. And I'm telling you, this is something that is like, it is heavy on the whatever has been done in dark is about to come into the light. That's not reverse 51. Moonlight, the sun, okay? And heavy on whatever that is, as it does. Movement 28. Fortune 28. It is like, it's like you gotta know. It's almost like they're saying, we got that the devil's all up in the mix. Pop it, like looking like I'm here, right? Like, wait, how everything is good and then the devil here? What the hell is this? So the devil's in the mix, but it's still carried one Danu potential assurance. You gotta know that what's been done in dark has come to light. God is, and the ancestors, they all over this. Whatever this is, they all over it. And choices and their consequences. It's a type of judgment. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I feel like but you know, I just gotta trust that who the message is for. You already know what the hell is what I'm talking about. I gotta trust that because I feel this hard. It's like a reckoning. That's why it's not. That's what it is. It's like a reckoning. It's a reckoning. That's what this is, and that's what this is. That's what this is. Now this is giving me. 744. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So this is. Can somebody what? 755. Oh shit! Because you can. Oh shit! Yeah, nobody ever see. Ooh. To be fair, I said it's a reckoning. Yo. I said it's a judgment of some type, but here's the thing. See the judgment card not out here. I feel like somebody came after you and the divine is... Let me get one more of these. Yeah. So it's they said it ain't over to the fat lady sing. I don't know who's about to sing, but somebody about to sing like a canary. I'm telling you, I got confessions coming in. What is this? Let me get some water. I'm just drinking still water this morning, guys. Room temperature. It's Mars Day in Leo season. What you talking about? My Mars is in Leo, honey. And on the particular celestial bodies that are running retrograde right now, we're purifying over here. We've been fasting, purifying. I don't know about y'all, but this Lion's Gate has had me on like release and clean. Like my living space, it's always clean because I'm that person, right? But let me tell you, clean affairs being put in order, structures being put together. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was born with 6 planets retrograde in my chart. I'm one of those people as well. So retrograde season really is, that's my deep work time. Like, that's when I can get in. I can get my shadow work in. Like, those are really the best times of the year for me. Retrograde season, personally. It's where I can get a reset, you know. So other people, listen, if you know, you know. Okay. Anyway, this. I keep wanting to say. I don't want to say. I keep not wanting to say. This is personal. What I can't promise is not. I can't promise that's not what I'm experiencing over here. Because I'm having to. I'm gonna get one of these. We're gonna get a crystal. We're gonna get into the tarot. Let me tell you something now. Somebody. Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra. Tenderness. Sensuality. I know exactly what this is about. Oh, somebody upset the divine. That's what I thought. Let me get a crystal. Somebody upset the divine. Somebody upset the divine. Oh my Lord. Jesus. Let me tell you something. Celestite for knowing. What I keep saying, you just gotta know. You see something about you gotta know. And lapis lazuli for realization. See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that's going on right here. Somebody did something egregious against the divine feminine. Y'all gotta understand who and what the divine feminine is when it comes to the divine. See, we throw around words like divine feminine, divine masculine. We don't know what the hell we talking about. Okay? The divine feminine is the space in which the divine can plant a seed. The divine feminine is the sacred space, the sacred womb in which the divine can plant a seed, impregnate the divine feminine with what is needed next. So when we talk about grace on the earth, when we talk about forgiveness, when we talk about salvation, that's actually coming through the divine feminine. Those are seeds that are implanted, impregnated. I keep saying impregnated into the divine feminine. When a karmic masculine energy does something to hurt a divine feminine, the divine actually takes it personally. I've channeled this before. It is like the divine's own spouse has been assaulted. That's how the divine experiences they're saying words like egregious, retribution. These are the words that are being thrown around in the ethers while I'm trying to talk to y'all. Please understand, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. That's why these rooms are out here like this. It's like God and the ancestors and everybody on the other side have gotten together and determined, yeah, this won't stand. That's the energy. That's what's happening. I said, there's a judgment, but the judgment card ain't out here. The devil card came out. What the hell? This is personal. This is personal at a divine level. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's some type of line that got crossed, and the devil is now having to pay the price. Please understand how extreme that is. If you know anything about the occult world, if you know anything about spiritual hierarchy, the devil is not one to be, they're saying, punished. No, that doesn't happen. There's dukes, there's archdukes, there's captains, you know what I'm saying? There's soldiers, there's generals, there's lieutenants. At no point should the actual, no. That's what the minions are for. So whatever the hell happened here in this sacred inner space, I'm telling y'all, it's about that sacred inner space, the unfinished symphony, to be fair. So this is what somebody went into a sacred inner space, knowing it was a sacred inner space, with the intention of, they said robbing and assaulting. Let me tell you, the divine has taken it personally. It is like somebody had the intention of robbing and assaulting God's spouse. That is how God feels about this. I have to be very clear, because whatever comes out in the tarot next, it won't. You gotta understand. Okay, you're gonna be like, wait, what? No, because I'm telling you, the energy is judgment, but judgment isn't out here. The devil card is out here. So I'm clear that there is some trickery at play, right? Whoever did this egregious, and I keep saying egregious, whoever did this egregious act, they were tricked. They were tricked. Okay, they may have known some things, but I promise you, had they known what those things would lead to, they would never have done that. Okay. Now I also understand why I'm using the decks I'm using today. They're like, no, you're using this deck. I'm like, I haven't used that deck, first of all, in a long time, but I completely understand now. Oh my Lord. This is why. Y'all, let me say something real quick. You gotta be careful. I tell my kid, I got a 6-year-old, 8-year-old, right? You have to be careful who you allow into your life. You have to be careful who you allow to speak into your life. On YouTube, okay? But it's your job, in your family. And I think that can be the toughest one. Like, people in our family, we really want to automatically assume that they have our best intentions in mind. But they might not. You know, and you really got to know who you are. That's why the Oracle, like, you got to know yourself. Because even people that are close to you and like, real tight with you, they could be saying something to you that may be valid based off of their experience. But that doesn't mean it's for you to take as gospel for your life. Okay? You got to have the discernment. You got to have the mental fortitude. You got to know who you are. Like, you can not only stand, but you can withstand. Okay? Because there are times when people are unknowingly influencing you, but there are times when people are maliciously, intentionally trying to lead you into their benefit, not your purpose. And you got to know the difference. Okay? 2 of coins, the devil, elixirs, and judgment. That's it. They really don't got nothing else to say. What I tell you, they're like, let's dig deep. Let's dig deep. Somebody after on and found out. They got tricked. Somebody got hustled. Somebody got played. A player got played. This is the shortest way to put this. 2 of coins, somebody juggling the devil thanks to their ego. Page of cups, the judgment. The opportunity of a lifetime lasts only as long as a lifetime of the opportunity. That's another way I'll put that. 1755 on the timer. You may have access to something great, but don't think it's forever. There may be people whispering in your ear, oh, you got time. What does it say? Eat, drink, and be merry. It's given a little Noah's Ark too. I'm telling you, it's like that. I don't know. But if it's Noah's Ark, it's like you got a divine feminine building an ark, and then somebody comes around and says, oh, look at this idiot. Let's tear her ark down. Yeah, no. Nope. If it's somebody who had a connection to a divine feminine and, you know, they were supposed to do whatever, be whatever with this divine feminine, and the devil whispers in their ear, no, you got options. You have other things to do. You don't have to. And then they listen, and they're like, oh, I can take my cup wherever I want. No, you can't. Like, no, you can't. I mean, I could just work these 4 cards. After all these oracle cards, this is like, and I also feel like every time I look at this knowing, I feel like whoever this is that got whispered to, let me see. I feel like they know. Who's this? Who's under judgment? 5 of blades. Oh, Lord. Who are we talking about? The magician and the moon reverse. What I tell you. See, they was working real hard so you wouldn't find anything out, but now it's out. Yeah, justice. This is somebody who set out to intentionally. I'm not there to rob and ape you, and they didn't get away with it. Knight of Blades. So this is this was reckless. I don't know why. The devil. This is the plan that the devil gave. Yeah, this is somebody who, oh my gosh. Yeah. This is giving somebody who wanted something, you wouldn't give it to them, so they were going to take it from you. Okay? They're going to take it from you. By any means necessary. that's what. And here's what's wild. This is supposed to be some type of, what they want from you will lead to them having some type of connection. That's what's interesting about this. Whatever they're trying to take by force from your sacral chakra is so that they can have connections somewhere else. Think about that. Think about that. You knew, I'm getting that you knew what was happening all along. You may not have been like full bore aware of the machinations of it, like it's coming out now, but you intuited, I'm hearing you intuited that this person was trying to take your essence from you and implant it somewhere else. Yeah, this was somebody pretending to be God. Because like I said, the divine impregnates the divine feminine for the future. So this karmic masculine energy was trying to take that essence from the divine feminine and then go implant it and impregnate it into a karmic feminine to make plans for a future. Oh shit, God is pissed. Oh, they was trying to rob God. Oh shit. Oh my God. What? Who? Oh. The devil. Wow, that's why this is personal. Oh my gosh. Wow, somebody who's very materialistic. Okay, assuming acting out of Earth's energy. Oh. But they're unstable. They're emotionally, unstable. And that's come out. Come out that this man, he might have coins, but he's emotionally unstable. The devil just wrecked his life. Like it is. It's like if the devil were driving a bumper car. This King of Coins was the bumper car, and the devil just trashed his life and was like, "All right, on to the next." This King of Coins is wrecked. Wrecked. Page of Coins, 8 of Elixirs. Oh, damn. Yeah, because the divine the divine feminine's gone. The divine feminine left. But not because he let her go, because something happened and he had to. Something triggered something and he had to let her go. It's almost like she was captive. I don't know, but she figured out something happened. Anyway, the divine, but now, now the divine is like retribution, right? Like you tried to take from me. You tried to take a future that I had for the world and make it just for yourself. That cannot go unanswered. That has to be balanced out. And the opportunity to do this, Page of Coins, 8 of Elixirs, walked out the door. The divine feminine woke up. Cleansed her aura. Like, moved through all these phases, you know what I'm saying? And then let it go. So that's it. Like, there's no more, this energy, this King of Coins, there's no, This took a while. So I think this King of Coins maybe thought it was never gonna, this justice was never coming in. Oof. It's here now, baby. Because, when you rob from God, what do you think the natural consequences are going to be? And that's something I was talking to Spirit about this morning, because I was in the conversation of like, listen, I don't think I really have to sit with how I was raised, right? Like hell and all that. And I don't think God goes around punishing people, but I do in my life what I've seen if there's natural consequences. That's why I feel like we see evil flourish and stuff, and because when you do evil surrounded by evil people, they're going to protect your evil. So the natural consequence is delayed. Does that make sense? But if you're doing evil around somebody who doesn't do evil, natural consequence comes in quicker. The same is true in the reverse. If you're doing good works and you do it around people who are also doing good works, natural consequence comes in quicker. If you do good works, but you do it around a bunch of people who are evil, the natural consequence is going to be delayed. Okay? So this is like someone who's doing crap around people who do crap. You know? So the natural consequence has been delayed, but it was always going to come in. 5 of Rods. Wow, right after that 5 of Coins. This is really tough. That's the 5 of Coins, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, and the 7 of Elixirs. Like this King of Coins now, not only do they not know what to do, they don't know what's going on anymore. Because for some reason, this was their retirement plan. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You guys got to get, like, this what I just said, like what I'm channeling, this was someone's plan for their future. Their plan was to siphon divine energy from a divine being and fuel their own designs so that they could connect with the right people that would lead them to, I guess, their pot at the end of the rainbow. You know, it would be, you know, that would be a good idea if that's how things worked. But you can't steal from the divine, which leads me to believe, you know, whoever, I mean, this person, this King of Coins, like, doesn't know, just doesn't know, right? And again, we have realization and knowing out here. So maybe they know now, but they didn't know at the time. I don't know where they thought the divine feminine was getting that essence from. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, did they question, like, where is she getting it from? Because I feel like if they had it would have been like, well, first of all, before we try to steal it from her, let's see where it's coming from. You know? But that's weird. I guess when people want what they want by any means necessary, they don't be caring. Yeah, now this person is stuck like Chuck. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So apparently, damn. That's rough. Okay, so apparently, not only is this person stuck, like they don't know what's going on, they don't know what to do, the one thing they're clear about is how much they love you. They're clear, damn, they're clear that if they want anything in life, anything good, if they want to be happy, it's with you. Let me back up. Let me back up, because this shit is crazy. My mind is like morphing to be with this reading, alright? This person intentionally sought to take essence from your sacral chakra, put it in another person's sacral chakra, y'all. I'm just trying to be responsible for what I'm seeing here, okay? And that didn't work. And now they realize that I'm going to call it a retirement plan just because I'm, you know, wow. I'm going to refer to it like that. That their retirement plan was faulty. Talk about building your house on sand. 5 of Coins and 5 of Wands. It not only left them isolated and lonely, it left them in conflict in their life. Whatever their plan was, left them in the 5 of Coins and the 5 of Wands. So now they're like, well, now the light comes on, right? Lapis lazuli, celestite, realization, knowing. Now the light comes on. Wait a minute. Why am I out here in the cold with all this conflict? I could just go back to the divine feminine where I was getting the essence from in the first place. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be. Six of Wands. No, this is about reaping what you sow right here. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that, y'all. Oh my God. Wow. Ace of Wands. And the Nine of Cups reversed. It's not going to happen. This is what they're going to reap because this is what they sowed. They did not invest in this, in the divine feminine, so they won't reap anything from the divine feminine. Wow. Because when they were with the divine feminine, in her energy, all they were doing was taking from her. They never invested anything in. So now that it's harvest season, there's nothing for them to get out. There's no passion to come out. And yeah, I mean, there's no bliss, joy, love, like none of that. Those, see, it's upside down. That's empty. None of these cups got filled. None of these cups got filled. Somebody else, so this masculine took whatever would go in these cups and put it in somebody else's cups. But whoever's cups he chose to fill left him in the Five of Coins and the Five of Wands. So now he's coming back with empty cups. Like, hey, I need my cups to be filled, but there's nothing. It ain't happening. It's not. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Yeah. Six of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this is heavy on the wanting to go back in time to fix things, but knowing that you can't, wishing you had done things differently. There's a nostalgia, there's a looking back with regret there. Okay. Yeah. And I think it's because because you're good. Do you know what I mean? Like when someone, Nine of Coins, they always say single, sexy, successful. I really like this deck because when I see the Nine of Coins in this deck, it looks for me like things are balanced and in harmony. Like you've got some structure and some flow to your life, and things are able to flourish and thrive where you are. This is Nine of Coins is the space where the sum can come together into the whole. Okay, and I think that's like what we call it pre-empress energy. Yeah, it's like, okay, this is about to now solidify into something that is legacy, and this King of Coins can feel it. Don't forget, they're the King of Coins. So in this, you're in Nine of Coins energy. So they're very intuitively aware of your vibration, whether you want them to be or not. But they are, I'm hearing deluded. Yeah, they see you as the Queen of Coins. They are, it's the King of Wands. Yeah. Four of Swords. Okay. Oh, okay. They're saying, okay. It's Three of Coins. Yeah, it is. It's a bit like now that they see that their plan doesn't work, they want to come back and work with you. And they're willing, they're willing to do whatever it takes. That's what's coming through, right? Like they want to make it work because what they were doing, it didn't work. And they're clear that if something's going to work, it's going to be with you. Now, so this person may, if they haven't already said this kind of stuff to you, they may. Okay, I did have the energy of confession earlier. I got Three of Swords and Three of Blades at the bottom of the deck. So this person probably, I'm not going to lie, whoever they just filled them cups up with probably left with them full cups. I'm just going to say it out. They filled up somebody else's cups, and then I think that person left with them cups full. You understand what I'm saying? And now they don't have a full cup, but they noticed that even though they were taking from you to give to that other person, you're okay. So they have to assume that you have an overflowing cup, right? Because however long it's been going on, they've been taken from you and given to them and taken from you and given to them and taken from you and given to them. And now that other person left. So they're like, oh, I guess I'll just go be with you now. Listen, that's just what I'm getting from the cards. You got to take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your discernment. I'm not even going to tell you what to do in a situation like this. I'm just going to read the situation of filth through these tarot cards. Okay? I'm going to keep repeating what these cards are saying, and you're going to make whatever choice you need to make about whatever situation this is for you. Okay? But now I don't know, come to Jesus moment. Okay, now now they choose you. They're not confused anymore. Now they choose you. This is somebody who's very calculated with this. This is a very calculated move. So listen, yeah. And they're like determined. They are determined. I'm going to say fixated that this occurs because this is their future. You got to get King of Coins energy. King of Coins is looking at legacy. He's looking at how do I get a solid future coming in. For this person to move from the King of Wands into the King of Swords, this is a man who's, this energy is like whatever it takes. Y'all know I don't do gender. We queer love over here. So, you just go. You got to take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All that's missing is the King of Cups. All that's missing is the actual emotion to it. Okay, but it's like this is somebody who would be an emperor. See, you've got so many kings out here. Somebody who would be an emperor. But there's just, I think it's the devil. Because the devil came out so early in the reading, in the first 4 cards, remember? So it's like whatever this masculine energy is dealing with is something he's been dealing with for a while. Since the beginning. This isn't new, it isn't recent. So if this person comes back into your energy and is like, oh, one time, I just, I only did it one time, that's a lie. Maury Povich, that was a lie. No, they've been taking your essence and taking it somewhere else for a while. Since the beginning. That's what you picked up on is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you picked up on this. They said years ago. You couldn't see it though. You energetically had some type of premonition that something like this would occur, might occur, was possible. That's because it was happening. Now I understand. That's why your stuff has been delayed. Somebody else has been living off of your energy. Oh, but the divine is balancing everything out. So whatever this King of Coins and whoever they gave your essence to, whatever they have that comes from your essence, has to be transmuted back to you. Yeah, it's about codes and frequencies. Yeah, look, there it is. King of Elixirs right there. This person's going to come in very calm. They're going to be very like, look, for the 14th time. I'm just kidding, but for real. Yeah, like, oh, I didn't know. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, listen, but they want you to be confused. They want you to be indecisive. No. You'll be balanced. You'll be balanced. Clear. They're going to try love bombing. Stand firm. You are the boss. That's the key here. You are the emperor. They're not. Listen, I talked about who the divine feminine is for the divine. Who the divine masculine is for the divine is once the divine feminine has been impregnated with divine seed, the divine masculine then allows his auric field through divine union with the divine feminine He allows his auric field to absorb the essence from the feminine, and then he goes out into the world and he emits that essence into the world. So it's like she's the container and he's the like the conduit that it goes out from, right? So the divine feminine has to always sit in a certain energy because she is a sacred container. Imagine how sacred the divine feminine must be to just sit there and hold divine seeds. And then imagine how pure in heart the divine masculine must be to then take that and emit it into the world so that it becomes manifest. So the Bible talks about the incorruptible seed of God, okay? This is a foundational principle that we're watching happen here. That's why this to be fair card is here. It's seed time and harvest. It's universal law. That is all that is happening here. So other people may, I don't know, people may think whatever, but it's just cause and effect. It's just choices and their consequences. That's all that's happening, okay? So for the King of Coins and whoever they were messing around with, they were trying to reap what they had not sown. It, like as a gardener, I can tell you, when you do that, the best you're going to get are weeds. You're going to get weeds. And if you're not an actual gardener, you might think that those pretty flowers are flowers. And you might, oh my God, I did it. I did it. Ah! But you don't know that those are weeds. In other words, they're going to choke out everything else in your life. These are not flowers. These are weeds. Now, just like any other weed in real life, it can be used as medicine. If you pluck it early enough, grind it up, use it as a tea or poultice or a paste, sure. But if you just let this weed grow out of control, and the yard and the garden, the soil that is your life, your heart, it's going to choke out everything else. No sun will be able to get in. You guys understand? That's why God has to give divine seed to divine feminines. Divine feminines are cosmic gardeners. These are beings, these are souls who have proven that they know how to maintain the space to contain the essence. And the divine masculine is someone who's proven that their heart is pure, like they understand seed time and harvest. So they understand when they are in union with this feminine and they're absorbing this essence, they must then responsibly emit this energy into the world, because the return on investment doesn't just belong to the masculine. And the divine masculine understands that. The karmic masculine does not. The divine masculine understands that because that seed was planted by the divine into the feminine, and he's just the conduit, when that return on investment happens, it not only is to benefit him, but the feminine and the divine as well. The divine masculine is very clear about this. In this situation, this karmic masculine did not fulfill that purpose. So you, I'm telling you, I've channeled this before, you're sitting in both. Three of Wands. You now not only have the divine feminine, like the sacred container, but you are now being charged with emitting this into the world in a way that it manifests the divine's intention. And when the return on investment comes, it's going to benefit you and the divine. And I don't think this is the first time this has happened. I think this is something that we like to, hermit cards at the bottom of the deck. I think we like to be that divine feminine, divine masculine, always, da-da-da. And I'm not saying you don't have a divine masculine coming in divine feminine. Please don't hear that. What I'm saying is at this time, you get to be both. Tower and the Tower and the Nine of Swords. This is really important. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you are being robbed of your future. And so now your future is being given back to you. You have literally been worried about how are you going to take care. Let me tell you something. As a woman, If you're in a relationship with a man, you should never be worried about your future. That's something that you all two have talked about and have a plan together for. If you're in a relationship with a man, there's no together plan for your future, you're not in a relationship. You're a side piece. And don't be caught off guard by people who future fake. Because I've been there too, girl. Okay, anyway. The Tower and the Nine of Blades. So whatever you've been worried about, that's about to change. Because, yep, the world, that's it. You ain't gonna be worried about nothing no more. No. No. Ten of coins. Ten of coins. You're not worried about it. No, because now that your essence isn't being stolen and, rerouted somewhere else, it's all yours. You've already proven you're a sacred container. You can contain and maintain the space. And now you're about to sit in Emperor energy. You're going to emanate this. So you're not only going to magnetize and attract, you're also going to manifest. They said like a boss. Good to my boss. Let's get out of here. This is great. Oh, so fast with the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're really upset that they invested wrong. It's Indiana Jones chosen poorly. Hermit's at the bottom of the deck again. I'm telling you. Yeah, the Empress. Somebody's realizing that you're starting over without them. Ten of Rods, and there's nothing they can do about it. Wheel of Fortune. And they're now clear that you're the person they should have chosen. 4 points. Damn. And they want to say the Hermit. They want to choose you now, the High Priestess, but it's too late. High Priestess and the Hermit are out here like back to back. It's too late. It's too late. And there were so many opportunities. Yeah, the Fool. It's over. This new beginning has already started. Hierophant. And with you sitting on the throne, you're in the driver's seat of this new beginning. So that's it. There's no room. It's like the ride has already started. There's no room for anybody else to get in. And yeah. Yeah, this person is, they need help. Okay? They need help. They're dealing with something. They're dealing with a lot. But they have not been willing to look at it. Okay? 4 of Cups, Death, Ten of Swords. They don't want to look at it. 3 of Swords. I think if they did, they would see that I think they know that they broke their own heart when they did this. I think they know that there's no one but themselves to reckon with. This is what I reckon with. Let's finish up. Let's get out of here. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. No, I think that's it. I think it's exactly where I want to leave it. Listen, if you play stupid games, win stupid prizes, you do deals with the devil. The devil deals in souls, and he got this one, unfortunately. I'm leaving the reading here. I hope it got you some much needed confirmation, because I feel like your intuition's been pinging for a while about this. So, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I also feel like that now, and what there is for you to do is just allow God to do this reckoning. This is personal for the divine. You don't have to do anything. Sit back, relax, and accept, right? Accept that you're about to receive abundance and overflow. Accept that you are this precious to the divine. Accept that this retribution is righteous. Accept that it's not actually anything to do with you. Somebody tried to steal from God through you, and so God must respond for you and on your behalf, okay? All right, my love. I love you forever and always. You just have to know our love is eternal. In the meantime, trust your process, your path, and your purpose. Peace.